it was the theme that got everybody through it. And I would like to read the poems, Being Grateful. Who wrote that?
Oh, we're not doing that yet, are we?
We're going to have the different judges announce the winners.
Okay.
But I just wanted you to share a little bit about your book, the poems together, and how you came up with this gratitude theme before the pandemic, actually around the fires and the floods.
Yes. And it is truly a wonderful theme. And I'm glad that we chose it because getting through the fires and the floods was the main thing. And it was the theme that got us started on our gratitude.
Thank you so much, Glenna. And we so appreciate you inspiring us all to write poems and thinking to start this poetry competition way back when, and for your family, the Luschei family, for sponsoring the Poetry Awards. I think it's very special that we're holding it on Memorial Day this year, being so thankful also for all the people that give service to our country and gave the ultimate sacrifice with their lives for our country. Originally, when I saw that it was going to land on Memorial Day, I was hesitant, but I figured we're not going anywhere. It's not like we're traveling the big 3-day weekend like normal. So it'd be nice to come together and share poems of gratitude. We are going to start tonight with our children's poems, and I would like to introduce Hal Price, who is an international best-selling author and has a book with beautiful poetry that's so inspiring, especially at bedtime. Eli Bear, his main character, and Hal is going to share about all the children's poems that were submitted and announce the winners and why he chose them.
Thanks, Christina. First of all, I love this program. Thank you so much, all of you, for your contributions, for your gifts, and for your time to help us choose such wonderful poems. Personally, I received 26 submissions, but because people could submit more with each one, I ended up with 64 poems total from all the children in our Carpinteria area, and I struggled to choose the best one. And I learned a lot also about different types of poetry. I didn't know what where's my word? I had to go look it up. A sanguine. I'm like, oh my gosh. We'll talk about that when I read some of these. But who knows what a sanguine is? Did I even say it right? Okay. Thank you, Jan. So first, Christina gave me the opportunity to read one of the little poems that I submitted. I picked a short one just for fun. And about gratitude. I just recently rescued a little dog who was 5 months old, and it's changed my life. I think he rescued me, to be honest with you. So I wanted to read you that. It's called Lost in Puppyland, Grateful for My Rescue Puppy. There are days when life gets lost in play. Joy has no sense of time. Each second lasts much longer here. Each moment is divine. What a treat to truly lose yourself beneath God's open skies, to live life in each moment and await each new surprise. I live here now in Puppyland. To be great, it's a grateful place to be. I can pass away the hours, just my dog, our beach, and me. To run and play in mystery, to sniff things I can't see, to run around in circles makes a better man of me. We suck up all that life will share without a fear or doubt, and when the day comes to an end, we both are worn plumb out. The end. So that was my fun little poem I'm still wagging my tail as we speak. So, all right. So I'm very, very honored to introduce my first two runners-ups in honorable mentions. The first, and these were great little cinquain poems. I never knew what that was. Cinquain? Is that, am I saying it right, Jan? Give me a yes.
It's called a cinquain poem.
Cinquain.
Yeah.
See, I'm still learning.
That's okay.
I'm still learning. So stay with me for a second. As I understand it, it's a simple 5-line poem that starts with 2 syllables, goes to 4, 6, 8, and then back to 2 traditionally, but I love the 5 lines of poetry anyway. So my first selection for an honorable mention, Evangeline, I didn't have a name for this poem, so I named it Mustard Flowers. Where are you? Where are you?
Evangeline, I'm going to look on the next grouping, but I don't think she's here. I don't think either of my students will be here today.
Oh, well, let me read it to you.
Okay.
I loved it.
And
She's 8 years old.
Can I add one thing?
Yes.
Can I add one thing? So the way I saw the cinquain poem, like the formula that I followed with my students, was we had done a scavenger hunt about things that we appreciated, like something that smells beautiful, or something that's useful, or a place that you feel safe, or your favorite place to go alone. So they did that first. Then they chose their favorite topic. That was line 1.
Yes.
Line 2 was 2 vivid adjectives that related to that topic. Line 3 was 3 interesting verbs that also related to that topic. Line 4 was a phrase. And line 5 was another word that was almost like a synonym for that topic. So that's how my students understand, how they understood, and how I taught cinquain poem to them. So that's
Jan,
what you'll see.
Where were you when I needed to know that information about judging this competition? Because I'm like, I've never seen this formula. Nobody followed the rules because I was looking in the dictionary for it.
It's poetry, right? No rules.
It didn't matter. That's why I said, I don't care. I love these poems. These stood out for me.
Oh, thank you.
And so here we go. This is from Evangeline Barton Grimley Vandekar, right?
Right.
Close. I call it Mustard Flowers. My name, okay? And she's 8 years old in the 3rd grade at Carpinteria Valley Family School. Grassy spring mountains, beautiful, sunny, flowering, sprouting, refreshing. The mountains covered in mustard flowers, beautiful. That's hers. My next, if she gets the recording, we'll know we clap for her. She'll know we clap for her. Great job. The next one I had was, it was so cool because I saw that we had the gratitude theme merged in with coming up Father's Day. And I'm like, oh, this might be a sweet spot for everybody here. And I love this little poem from Andrew Lilburn, who's also, he's in the 2nd grade at Carpinteria Family School. He's 7 years old. He had me crying. So here's his poem in gratitude of his father as we get ready for Father's Day. Dad, safe, fun, gardening, learning, playing. I love my dad, always there. Yay, Andrew. Great job. And the winner is, can I have the envelope? Oh, this is a good one. But I don't get to read it. I just get to announce our winner, and I see her name down here. Her name is, I have it listed as Elizabeth Roberts, but she's got her name listed here as, where is she? I saw her earlier. Ellie, where is she? Her poem is called Gratitude. She's 11 years old, and there she is. Hey, Ellie, I'm so excited to meet you. You did a great, great job. Your poem had me in tears. What a wonderful sentiment. Can you tell me what inspired your poem?
Well, usually when I write poems, I don't, sometimes I get inspired by things and sometimes I don't. Sometimes they just like come to me, and this one just kind of came to me as just something, just like I was thinking of like what I'm grateful for, and I just thought of all the things that I was grateful for.
Well, this was a poem that I knew came from your heart. And I just like, it really touched me. So it stood out among all the poems that I read. Ellie, you're a wonderful writer and you have great sense of feeling what you're thinking about and to be able to put it into words in a beautiful way. So thank you. You want to read that now?
And sweetheart, before you read, will you move closer to your speaker? Because you're a bit difficult to hear.
Am I the sweetheart or is she?
You can be my sweetheart also, but I was talking to her.
Okay.
So go ahead, Elizabeth, and share your poem with us, please, but just move closer to your speaker.
Gratitude. Such a small thing. Gratitude. Such a small thing, yet so powerful. Be thankful for what you have and why you have it. Be thankful for who you meet and why you met them. Come on.
So Elizabeth, it sounds like your feedback is having a hard time. So
Can I read it for her?
Yeah, we only caught a little bit of your poem, so we're gonna have Hal read it so everyone can hear it. Go ahead, Hal.
Okay, thank you for letting me take your thunder because I don't want to steal it, but this poem needs to be heard by everybody, okay? Gratitude. Gratitude, such a small thing, yet so powerful. Be thankful for what you have and why you have it. Be thankful for who you meet and why you meet them. And be thankful for who you are and what makes you, you. Gratitude doesn't have to be hard. Just give a little thanks to those who helped you get to where you are now and those who help you get further along. Gratitude. Yay, Ellie.
Thank you so much. And I'm sorry we couldn't hear her the first time. I see that Evangeline also joined us. Hal has already read her poem, but Evangeline, if you are game to read your poem, will you please unmute yourself in the upper right-hand corner and read your poem to us?
Yes. Let me just bring it up.
Oh, she's a professional.
Okay. Here it is. Swimming hole. Adventurous fun, swimming, jumping, dunking. Cools me off. Deep freshwater pool. Scarlet. Playful, funny living.
Well, congratulations, sweetie. Thank you so much for reading. I'm glad you were able to join us so we could hear that. And again, thank you so much, Hal, for reading all the poems and sharing your poem with us. Now we are going to move along to our teen awards. And I'd like to introduce our judge, Molly Burns, who is also a poet herself. So she'll share a piece with us. and she's on the committee that helps put on this event every year. So we so appreciate her time and inspiration. Go ahead, Molly.
Thank you, Christina. I want to welcome everyone. This is so exciting. And I'm actually so nervous because I so seldom get on a Zoom call with so many people. So if I sound a little shaky, I'm just going to be upfront and say, you know, it's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm so pleased to be here to share such a wonderful art form such as poetry and to see some familiar faces. I'm going to start out reading a poem that I wrote, and then I'll talk about the participants, the submissions. My poem I wrote as I was driving from Ventura on the Rincon Highway towards Carpinteria home one evening. And I think all of us being in this area will understand exactly what this poem brings with its images, and also just the gratitude that I have, just not only for where we live and the lifestyle that we have, but for the beauty and those of all of us who are in our world, seen and unseen. So this is called Moonset. Crescent moon, carving your orange spine toward ocean, so close to earth that I don't know how much more time we have together before you set your full back splashing into the blue midnight water. So that is a beautiful vision that I had as I was driving home one day from Los Angeles, and wanted to share that. It's a lovely sentiment I have for the friends, family, and our beautiful surroundings and environment here. I loved being a judge this year. As Christina said, last year I was on the organizing committee, and I had taken some steps here in this particular event for this year. And I had a chance to see a lot of the poems last year. And this year, having had opportunity to judge the teen group, I was thrilled to be able to do this without knowing names, and really feeling the sentiment, the love, and the joy that came from these poems, and the deep, you know, the deep
Looks like we have a bit of a pause. Hopefully Molly will come back.
Powerful. Let me know when you can hear me. Yeah. My internet connection isn't stable, of course. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I'll just move along. What I'd like to do is announce the winner of the teen group, and that is Phoenix Seal. And the poem is Where I Come.
So Phoenix,
So is Phoenix on the phone?
Phoenix, were you able to make it? If you are, please unmute yourself in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. I don't see a Phoenix, but possibly she's on Mom or Dad's account.
All right.
So Molly is going to go ahead and read Phoenix's piece.
I will. Where I am from. I am from the cold mornings of the first frost, where all the seasons feel like winter. I'm from hundreds of elk crossing over the hills every morning at dawn, leaving their tiny footprints in the freshly fallen snow. I'm from passing moose on the front lawns on the way to school and half days so we can get out early to ski. I'm from the shuffling noise of ski boots inside the gondolas and the hours upon hours of ski school lessons. I'm from that feeling of cold toes and fingers, the relief of taking off my ski boots at a rest stop to ease my aching feet, the hot cocoa slowly reviving me and warming up my insides. I am from risking the blistering cold on your fingers to sneak some gummy worms and marshmallows on the chairlift, from giggling with my friends going up as we tried to slide the snow off our skis, changing them together, hoping they wouldn't fall off. I am going home and going out to the back to the hot tub, the sensation of being warm. But when the cold air and snowflakes blowing all around, I'm from the coffee shop at the end of the street every day after school. The feeling of the hot toasted bagel against the cool cream cheese. I'm from Utah. I'm from what makes all these things home. It's very beautiful. It was a pleasure to read that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Molly, for being our teen judge.
My pleasure.
And next, I'd like to introduce Mary Brown. Her pen name is ML Brown, and she was our adult poetry winner last year. Thank you so much for being a judge this year, Mary.
You're quite welcome. It's exciting, and it was also humbling and difficult to judge the 54 adult entries. Can you hear me? Are you hearing me? You are. Okay. All right. So as I said, we had 54 adult entries. There were many, many wonderful poems on all subjects and in all styles. Ultimately, I chose 2 honorable mentions and 1 winner, 3 that were different in style and honored the theme in new ways. The first runner-up is a poem called Unbidden, written by Kim Ernest. There is a lovely quiet to this brief poem, and I was attracted to the space of patience and meditation it creates, especially in its final lines. That's something I think we need today. So Kim, would you read your poem?
Yes, thank you. Oops. Okay, I'm unmuted. Unbidden. It came to me late in life, this glimpse of tenderness. Fierce and fleeting as a teenage crush, it came to me, like a soft breeze that I could not schedule or direct, just only nudge open a window and allow in.
Thank you. The second honorable mention is called The Sacred Privilege to Feel by Maya Shaw Gale. And this poem has a humor and sass and a spoken word rhythm that lifts the spirit. Every time I read it, it made me smile, and I was very grateful for that. Maya, would you like to read your poem?
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I love, this was an experience that I felt very grateful for during this time of quarantine and such an overload of information and news coming at us. And I was so grateful to go out in nature and be in my senses and my body. And that's what this poem's about. And there's one word in here that might make some of the children giggle. So just a warning. The sacred privilege to feel. I live in this badass body, muscle, sinew, bone, talking to me all the time about my connection to earth, tree, water, and stone. Living in human sensation, a constant conversation with vibration all around me, birdsong waking up my brain, more than facts that want to fill it with stress or strain. Oh, heck, I could drown there if not for coming back to solid ground of this bodacious body. These pleasure pulsating rhythms from walk, dance, run. Even pain reminds me I have the privilege to feel, taste, palpate the living music of real all around me. Don't want to go too far afield into thinking thoughts and theories about life's what, why, and how, when right here, this body translates everything into sultry, sensual savoring of now, this moment of seeing blue, green, golden light, a symphony of sound all day and night, singing my heart into syncopation, my bare skin stroked by the wind, sea, sun, a friend's enveloping hug. I live in this body more than territory of mind where I sometimes get lost, wander for too many hours before coming back to the power of barefoot on cool cement floors, silky sand, crunchy grass, heartbeat like an African drum, talking to me all the time in sass, never alone when I come back home to this badass body, something wild and wondrous always going on, something so real, this sacred privilege to feel. Thank you.
Thank you, Maya. And indeed, it is a sacred privilege to feel. So thank you. And finally, I am thrilled to announce the winner of the contest. But before I do that, I do just want to give another shout out and big thank you to Glenna for hosting this and founding this contest. It's really wonderful. We benefit all from your beneficence, and we're grateful for it. So the winner is a poem called All Things by Anna Fortner. This poem it's a praise song for the everyday, yet often complicated connections between family and self. I appreciated its use of repetition that made it kind of like a prayer. And I also loved its use of rhythm and sound, and most of all, its honesty. So Anna, would you read, please?
That was a lovely introduction. Thank you so much. All things. Praise the heart you bruise when you say, I'm too busy. Praise the untethering, the whip and burn, the grasping, the lights of the city burning in the distance, when still the next morning your husband turns away as if anything is of more interest to him than you. Praise your eldest in a fit of pique, fueled by the kindling of your ire, the way she slams chicken nuggets to the floor like a deranged magi, your dog who eats them like manna. Praise the accents of your brain and the mystery of paradox for the shame and pride pitched through you when she says, I just need you to hug me. Praise the wilderness of your weakness for making her good and strong. Praise the tufted chest of the red-tailed hawk whirling overhead, the pounding of the pigeon's wings as they alight from the sycamores, the broad leaf that falls as if sinking through water into the hands of your youngest, the cardboard wings your eldest made for her, looped to her arms with hair bands. Praise the closed system of yourself, the solitude of dark mornings, the weight you can carry, the joy you spin like a spider web, glossed with dew and shimmering in the soft dawn light. Praise what makes your love visible, your morning metta, chipping the dried peanut butter from the ball jar your husband uses for his daily smoothie, the cold faucet water on your hands, your morning prayer, washing the lid by hand, setting it to dry on a clean dish towel. Praise those days he loves you so right, you move through the world daring as a sunflower. Praise the delight your eldest takes in your chance encounters with golden retrievers, how she exclaims and nudges until you see it too, how she looks from the dog to you, from you to the dog, lit up with the same wild, self-forgetful love you feel for her. Praise the daily lessons she learns from who and how you are in the world, how even this is one, this lowering to your knees and sinking your hands into the feathery down behind the dog's ears, into the current of goodness that runs through all things.
Congratulations, Anna. Thank you so much for sharing. Anna is a Kate School English teacher, and it's a delight to have some of that talent shared off the hill. So thank you for sharing.
My pleasure.
And thank you all for coming. At this point, we're gonna open it up. If anyone else would like to share their poem, I know Mary Freericks told me in advance that she would like to read a poem. And if any of you need to go, I hope you all enter our poetry contest again next year. And if you need some inspiration to get creative outside of Word, we're having our first virtual art in gathering. So it's a great opportunity for brand new artists to submit artwork, and we're going to rotate the art through our front window. Please be sure and pick up Coastal View News this Thursday. Hopefully they'll be featuring many of the winning poems. So thank you again for coming. And Mary, would you like to go ahead and unmute yourself?
I did. The poem I submitted was rather long, so I'm going to read another one that deals with during the coronavirus, and that's the title. I go to the sea and release my fears. I know the freedom of the waves as they crash onto the shore. I see swimmers and surfers daring stunts. They have no fear of risking their lives. Why should I be afraid of a virus? I am here on the sand at the edge of the water that joyously strikes its tune and colors the sand into curved blue mirrors. I watch gulls and cormorants. I see a seal resting on the rock. I see huge wings spread of snowy egrets. I see the Pacific's wide expanse up to the horizon. I know I am free. I am water. I am a woman, a childbearer. I want to open wings and soar above any fears of life's endings. Rejoice in life's beginnings. I am alive. I am with Mother Ocean, free-flowing beyond the horizon to other countries and continents without any fear or regrets.
Thank you so much for sharing, Mary. What a
Thank you.
delight. Is there anyone else that would like to share one of their poems this evening? We normally have an open mic when we have this event in the courtyard. So I don't see any hands. Oh, Hal. Go for it.
My
Hal.
name is Monica. I'm on a phone, so I can't type it in, but I would like to share my poem. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you, Monica.
Okay, it's a short one. It says, the title is Life. It says, flowers, butterflies, and ocean, I am grateful. Air, breath, and health, I am grateful. Family and friends, I am grateful. Star, moon, and sky, I am grateful. Jesus, church, and fellowship, I am grateful. Happiness, joy, I am grateful. Food, clothing, I am grateful. I am grateful, grateful, grateful. It's a little short one.
Thank you so much for sharing. I think it's so healthy for us to hear these different forms of gratitude right now. And Hal, you had something else to share?
I would love to share one other one that really came to my heart one morning as I was walking the beach. I called it Finding Gratitude in the COVID-19, my new awareness prayer. So I was nervous about submitting a prayer, but I felt it, so I'm gonna go for it. You have tried hard to remind me life's great joys pass through my heart. So you ask me to be quiet now, to give my life a fresh new start. You say it's time to smell the roses. It's time to be a friend. It's time to be more loving. It's time to let you in. Oh, I took so much for granted, how I've squandered so much time. I'm prepared to take up residence in this great big heart of mine. I must allow my heart to guide me. I must respect each soul I meet. I must accept each person as they are and let small wonders be my treat. This new stay-home world's a blessing. Families all can reconnect. Our neighbors now have names we know. Our lives can course correct. You have given us a sacred home. She is mother to us all. We have treated her so poorly, yet we've turned deaf ears to her call. Our planet needs a break from us. She has warned us day and night that our reckless disregard for her makes us her parasite. Lord, please help me be more caring. Please, Lord, remind me to be kind. Help my heart be more accepting. Let forgiveness now be mine. Let me never meet a stranger. Let me greet each soul with cheer. Let me praise each gift your hand hath made and be thankful that I'm here.
Thank you, Hal.
Cool.
And next we have Erica Van Wingerden that will share with us.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this one is called Reflection. I was recently reminded once again of the brevity of our life on earth as we venture through life. We have limited time to enjoy each other's company, experience Earth School, as some say. We love, we live, we laugh. Some of us are taken away far too soon. Some of us have the privilege of enjoying a long and devoted life before returning home. Nonetheless, there is an unwavering divine plan in place. The reminder of the impermanence of life is humbling. It is essential to remember that our precious time on earth is meant to be lived in gratitude.
Thank you, Erica.
Thank you.
Very nice. Is there anyone else that would like to share this evening? Well, if not, I will share with you about a free painting class that we're offering next weekend. And it's a step-by-step painting class. We want to keep inspiring you to create different ways. So you don't have to have any experience as a painter. Check it out on our website. And thank you all for coming and stay creative. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina.
Great job, guys.
Thank you, Glenna.
Thank you, kids.
Thank you, Hal. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Wonderful.
Okay, how do we get out of here?